In recent times, Forbes has been receiving a great deal of attention. Nonetheless, it is imperative that individuals who are in possession of XRP pay attention to this particular incident. The reason for this is that a business expert from Forbes has stated that the actual financial institution has determined that the price of XRP would most likely fluctuate between $200.19.29 and $498.98 over the course of the next 4 weeks. This is the reason why this is the case. This is the reason why situations are the way they are. In the previous month, the price of XRP has increased by more than 100 times, hitting a high of approximately $500 in a span of just 1 month, or even less than 4 weeks. This is a significant increase of more than 100 times. This represents a large gain at a rate that is greater than 100 times. The fact of the matter is, however, that this is merely the beginning of things. Forbes also mentioned that the United States dollar will decrease, which is meant to be the cause of the price of XRP being $500 per unit. If this is the case, then the price of XRP will continue to decrease. The price of XRP is expected to go down according to Forbes, which has mentioned this. The objective of this paper is to investigate the manner in which a leak which originated from a Wall Street corporation said that a crypto revolution has started. One definition of this revolution is that it has the potential to completely destroy the value of the dollar in the United States in its whole. There is not a shred of doubt in my mind that XRP will eventually take the place of the dollar as the most used currency. Recently, the government of the United States gave the official go-ahead for the use of XRP in retail and financial institutions in the country. This official go-ahead was achieved by the cooperation of institutions and banks. The United States of America granted institutions permission to use XRP internationally for financial transactions and transactions that take place across international borders. This new event has taken place almost immediately after the United States of America granted permission to use XRP globally. As a result of this, the question arises as to why it would be reasonable to invest $500 in XRP. Because of this, the question arises, they are just the first few minutes of the movie that we are going to watch today, but there is a great deal more that we are going to discuss. In fact, these are just the beginning of the movie. It is not essential for you to do anything else in order to share this movie. All you need to do is click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that the option that notifies you of new posts is switched on. In order to sign up for Uphold and receive up to $100 worth of free XRP or $100 worth of XRP that you can really spend, you need to make sure that you do not forget to click the link that is provided in the explanation that was presented earlier. As a matter of fact, the fact that authorities in the financial sector, central banks, and other government institutions are all interested in employing XRP should not come as a surprise to anyone who is concerned about the topic. The idea of XRP was initially conceived with the purpose of it also serving as a stablecoin in the beginning stages of its existence. This is not a remark that I have made, rather, it is an excerpt from a document that was published by the World Bank entitled Central Bank Digital Currencies for Cross-Border Payments. I have not made this statement. In an effort to make foreign financial transactions easier to complete, the study was published earlier this year. One of the topics that was covered in the article was the possibility for stablecoins to bring about a change in the manner in which payments are conducted across international borders. It was even brought up that Ripple XRP and Stellar XLM were discussed in the meeting. In addition, despite the fact that this appears to be absurd, the $10,000 component is a great deal more peculiar than it seems to be at first glance. It has been estimated by the World Bank that in order for XRP to be considered a stablecoin, its value must be at least $10,000. This is the minimum requirement. In addition to restating what I have already indicated, I would also like to mention that the World Bank and the co-founder of Ripple Labs are actively engaged in discussions over this subject. Unquestionably, it is Arthur Brutu who is responsible for it. XRP is supposed to have a value of $10,000 according to Arthur Brutu, and it needs to be able to grow in order to accommodate 7.5 billion people all over the world. This is the perspective that he has. As a result of the fact that this topic is not only relevant but also trustworthy, I have already discussed it in more than one particular video. Given that I was one of the individuals who initially formed Ripple Labs, I believe that it is of the utmost importance to emphasize that the value of XRP is $10,000. This is because I was one of the individuals who established Ripple Labs. For each and every instance, this is something that ought to be carried out. The value of XRP is currently trading at $10,000, and this is the level that is predicted to be achieved when it is traded on a global basis. For the time being, the value of XRP is trading at $10,000. However, this is only the beginning of the video that we have for today. We have more to come. The Federal Reserve and other government agencies have a significant interest in XRP, and they have the opportunity to invest more than $20 trillion in the XRP ledger. XRP is a decentralized digital currency. In the following section, we will investigate the fact that these organizations have this desire and have the capacity to purchase XRP with their funds. As the story progresses, it becomes abundantly clear that the Federal Reserve is on the verge of changing its mind, which will result in the price of XRP climbing to heights that have never been seen before. This has the potential to cause the price of XRP to reach its highest point ever. In accordance with a prognosis that was published by Forbes, it is anticipated that the price of XRP would reach a maximum of $60,000 during the next few days. Google and Bing, two of the most widely used search engines, have already taken the time to validate this information. After then, an article was published that stated that XRP will be valued greater than Bitcoin in the future. This article was published within a short period of time after the previous one. The post's content was named the new Bitcoin XRP set at $59,472, and it was published on the website. On the other hand, it was asserted that Forbes removed the article from its website almost immediately after it was initially published, and both Bing and Google independently verified that this was the case. At this point, things start to take a more serious turn when the central banks of the globe not only approve it, but also refer to it as a stablecoin. This is considered to be successful in terms of worldwide adoption. As a result of the normal liabilities network and the proofs of concepts that were published in 2022 and 2023, how has your perspective on interoperability changed as a result of these events? Are there any particular kinds of shifts that you have noticed in your perspective? Not at all. I am so grateful for it. A different way of putting this is that the concept of a regulated liability network is essentially an investigation into the various ways in which distributed ledger technology could be applied within the framework of the provision of regulated financial services. One thing that I would like to bring out is the fact that it is not at all obvious that distributed ledger technology DLT is an acceptable option for the regulated area at this point in time. This is an observation that I would like to make, and I would like to take a moment to present it. Therefore, distributed ledger technology was developed to be the antithesis of regulated financial services rather than to supplement them. This was the intention behind its development. This action was taken in order to prevent the possibility of a conflict of interest having occurred. In light of this, the first thing that you need to do in order to make use of is to accomplish the following. It is not something that we would like to have in our possession, any currency that is not a sovereign currency. Let's get rid of various forms of money that are based on commodities, proof of work, anonymity, tokenomics, and economic systems that are not governed in order to get rid of everything that we do not want, so that we can get rid of everything that we do not want. Therefore, what is the next step that needs to be taken? In point of fact, there is still a kernel of stuff that is left, because the way to get to it is to ask what Ethereum does better than the current financial sector, and that is where you get some very fascinating possibilities. In other words, there is still a kernel of stuff that is left. To put it another way, there is still a small amount of material that could be found on the table. To begin, Ethereum can be accessed at any time of the day or night, 7 days a week. This is true regardless of the time of day. The ability to accomplish the same result with other technologies is just as feasible as it is with blockchains. This is not a characteristic that is exclusive to blockchains.